Inocencio y Navidad, Luna. Manuela Mela, Luna, Marín. Gregorio Goya, Luna. Juan, Luna. Julian, Luna.
Hey everybody, Tyheam here, and welcome to the season finale of Tyheam Talks. With me today is my good friend Aurelio Diaz, local artist and poet. Welcome to the show, Aurelio.
Thank you for having me, Tyheam.
Aurelio has been an artist for how long now?
Oh, I've always created, like, here and there throughout the years, but I would say for the past 2.5 years, I've decided to share a lot of things publicly in Mansfield. So,
And what inspired you to become an artist?
I don't know. I mean, the things that inspire me are a lot of things. If I'm my poetry, for instance, anything from life incidents to observations, environmental things, dreams. I mean, a lot of things. Same thing with music. I mean, because poetry is the lyrics to some of the music I've been doing. But visually, I'd say what inspires me more is the fact that I think the company I hang out with my friends and that sort of thing. I think you feed off of other people's creativity and that sort of thing. So a lot of things. That's it.
Do you draw on your Latino heritage much?
I do. I think mostly as a tribute to like my grandfather, who's no longer with me. But so I really try to project his legacy. A lot of pride there, whether you want to Hispanic pride, brown pride, family pride. So I do touch on that a lot. I think it shows through with a lot of things that I write recently, anyhow. Some a video, a visual poem video that I did with an artist here locally, Luke Beekman. So it's in Spanish, it's in English. So I do try to add a little bit of that heritage.
Do you add like subtitles for our non-Spanish speaking?
For the AO film, we added subtitles at the very end of it.
Inhale el alcance del anochecer, para que yo puedo exhale el vacío del amanecer. Es algo que no puedo dejar de hacerlo. Cuando sale el sol me veo obligada a abandonar esa identidad. It is a cacophony, jarring the recesses of my facial frame,
Identidad.
punctuating perfectly lined lips.
It is a cacophony, jarring the recesses of my facial frame, punctuating perfectly lined lips, this fantastic phantom of splendor and degradation.
It is darker than onyx,
and center of lake, deep, deep, fathoms deep, where sound waves are but a sheer glimmer to dog-pitched octaves. It is commanding, and it commands thee to baptize my disguised pores from A's,
from A's
to O's.
So in secrecy,
I obediently embark on shedding of skin high above this shithole city, whose robotic inhabitants curse my genetic inheritance. High above this shithole city, only the wind has it in itself
to embrace me in
a gust. Tendrils dance in the wind's unconditional majesty. It is a melancholy melody
that produces steaming optical tears as I convert from A to O. It is a conniving cascade that social media is my fears as I revert from throes to woes. Hidden and elevated, far from the ground, close to the sky, I am closer to self-realization. Or am I? It is an abolitionist that divorces all the physical glory from my eyes, from my lips, from my pores, from my cheeks, from my head, from the city lights, from a black sky to a pink sky.
Inhale el alcance del amanecer, para que yo puedo exhale el vacío del anochecer. Es algo que no puedo dejar de hacerlo. Cuando sale la luna, me veo obligada a abandonar esa identidad.
And that's, you know, I've done a few things. Like I did a tribute to a local musician, Sovereign Court, really good, talented artist and musician, Cameron Sharp. Actually, not just myself, but several artists got together and were inspired by different tracks of his, and we were all designated a track, and we interpreted the way we wanted to. And one of my ways of honoring his track, which was called El Condor Pasa, which is it's a very old song, but it's been covered by the likes of Simon Garfunkel and then Sovereign Court. So my rendition was in Spanish.
Okay. You just recently had a little display here at the local library.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was cool because I've had some art pieces displayed publicly, like Art Center, Relax Just Coffee, Main Street Books, which are really, powerful forces here in downtown or Mansfield as a whole. But to have something where it's just showcasing only my work, it was exciting and intimidating because a lot of people go to the public library, people you don't know, and it's a constant flow of folks. So, and the nature of it being very personal, honoring people in my life who I feel make me who I am. It was a really good experience because I got to tie in my photography with poetry.
It was actually the first time I've been to the library in quite some time just to come see your work.
And I think that some people I know personally who may not go to the art center because either they're not interested or they're intimidated. And not necessarily the art center, but just places that have art. I think that was like a first step for them as well. So the whole point was to honor my heart's inhabitants, but also to just bring more people to the art world as well. Which I guess that was not conscious when I did that. So.
And you're a dancer as well.
Yeah.
Aurelio here competed in our local Dancing with the Stars.
I did, yeah, and that was fun. That was another way of. That was very challenging. Mansfield, every year they identify 5 or 6 locals to pair up with a professional dancer at the Neos Dance Studio, Neos Dance Theater, downtown Mansfield. And you don't have a lot of time. It's kind of like a television show. We actually have less time than what you see on television. My partner Anna Trumbo is just amazing, and so you learn this performance, and you're not even aware of your competitors, what they're doing.
It's all about focusing on what you're doing.
It's fun competition, but then the challenge was going on stage and doing it, and it was a Michael Jackson theme this year, and it's just fun. It's fun competition. It's a way to get community, to watch and cheer you on, and it was fun. So I won. No, but awesome. It was hard because every single dancer brought something special, and it was one of the hardest things I've done because I'm a short fella, Anna's taller, and it's just the dancers, wow, they're like a force in their own.
And also, along with being kind of short, you also competed in the Tough Mudder.
Yeah, Tough Mudder here in town, and first year in Mansfield, and that was my good friend Jason Kaufman, and we were team Tiny Horse. I forget our team name. You have a team name, but yeah, it was hard because I was competed that as I was training with Dancing with the Stars. So you went from one extreme to the other. It was hard, and Jason and we're going to do it again next year. So yeah,
cool. Do you have anything else coming up here soon that people can come check out?
Well, I did want to kind of plug in. I work with a group of individuals who receive supports from a county agency who happen to have disabilities, and they're called the Original Dance Troupe. There's 6 very talented, lovely adult women and 5, fellows with so much swag, and they break it down. So I have the privilege of being like their dance coach, helping them. It's a collaboration, assisting them with choreography. They pick the music. They keep me hip to top 40 hits, and they perform throughout the community, charitable events for their peers. I mean, the biggest crowd they perform with to date was 400 people at a Ashland dance competition. And it's very, very. I wish I could do that full time. It's awesome. And today actually, we're all going to be going to an event in Shelby.
Okay.
So that so being a dance coach for the dance troupe, and then flipping, I was the student for Dance with Stars. That was a whole different. I got to experience how much of a challenge it can be for them too.
Now the shoes on the other foot.
Yes, yeah.
Are you currently working on any art pieces at this point in time?
I am. Downtown Mansfield's had such a very booming era. Like I'd say past two and a half, 3 years. So there's so much going on. You have to pick and choose anymore what you want to participate in, what you want to go see. You want to support every single musician and artist and poet and everything. And but one thing I'm very excited about doing is in mid-October, the date we're still trying to kind of iron that out. I'm doing a visual homage for childhood friend Gary Putney. He and I wanted to do something for him because I always thought he was just like the most badass guy. I mean, that he was skating in our youth when it was considered uncool, or you're a poser, and he's 36 now and he's still skating. But I wanted to kind of he is, and I wanted to kind of capture how skating has saved his life. That sounds really dramatic, but it has, and I don't want to give too much away. So maybe doing a little bit of skate culture to educate those. Okay. But so that's it's entitled Putney. It'll be October, okay. So,
and where will it be a display somewhere?
Yeah, it'll be at Niabos Art Gallery, which is downtown Mansfield's newest gallery. It showcases a lot of really cool, provoking art. So and the artist and the owner, Violetta Cheney, she's been really awesome with extending this invitation. Hey, she to help me and
she seems like a lovely woman.
To help a lot of other people share their art with the community and beyond the community. So
yeah, I think I saw her downstairs when I was coming up.
Yeah.
In the window, I waved at her.
Yeah, so we all live on this square, this little hub of art and music, and so that's one thing I'm really excited about, because it's not about it's about other people's stories and that sort of thing. So that is the biggest thing right now, and then just the music I've been doing. So.
Okay. Any new poetry jumping out of your brain box, or?
Yeah, I'm always trying to write. Poetry is probably one of the I don't want to say it's my number one passion, but it kind of is, because it can be converted into music and everything else. We had an event last night in downtown Mansfield, and I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation. It's not Pechakucha. It originated in Tokyo, and so last night Mansfield had their very first event, which is individuals show 20 images and talk about each image for 20 seconds. So I was in great company with about 10 of us, and I spoke about my presentation was called Millimeter Rendition of Hermano de Chico's brother. And I wanted to kind of just highlight, showcase things that I've been doing, kind of different elements, creative elements inside, but also how everyone, you might have to go through different paths to figure out who you are and embrace that. So that was real, and there was a poem incorporated the entire time. So I'm always writing. We have a really great, every first Friday, Main Street Book hosts a literati, which is, a night where many writers come. Some people will come and speak, they're rapping off the top of their head or whatever, and they share poetry, essays, anything. It's just so awesome, and that goes back to what I was saying. You're inspired when you're around it, whether it's hearing other people's writings and stuff. And there's also a an event called Borderlands. It happens, I think they're changing it to every second Saturday now. Our poets from regional poets come and they will read their poetry. There's just a lot of things going on. I guess the best thing to do is just kind of like throw out like websites, mainstreetbooks.com and their Facebook pages. And one website I'm really excited and privileged to be a part of or featured on was this website called Voices from the Borderland, which was created by Jason Kaufman, another like awesome. I love Jason Kaufman, and he really is just so welcoming and brilliant, and always features something on there, people's video creations, their poetry, their music, and so I don't think a lot of people think that or realize there's so many cool things going on in Mansfield. They think we're a cowpoke town, or 2 prisons and a carousel. There's a lot more than that, and there's so many more people besides myself who are doing really great things.
And the Shawshank Redemption was still.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right. And they had
good movie.
Was it the 30-year anniversary?
25th, I think.
Yeah, and they had that just celebrated.
20th or 25th, yeah.
Celebrated that this summer. So
yeah,
the actors came in town.
Yeah, I had heard about that. That's pretty awesome. A guy I used to work with was an extra in that movie. He was pretty excited about that.
So that kind of put Mansfield on the map, and after the recession hit, a lot of
that tree's famous.
Yeah, the big old willow tree or whatever. But so I'm just really excited about having this opportunity here is awesome. I think very humbling and very appreciative because it's a way of for us to reconnect after all these years, and also to kind of put out there, not just talk about myself, but other people who are doing cool things to make us a better town.
And you have a website, correct?
I do. It's get ready for this. It's my full name, Aurelio Diaz. So it is AurelioVillalunadiaz.com, which is AURELIO, all the vowels, VILLA, then LUNA, and DIAZ. Yeah. So that features just things that it's not a pompous type thing. You want to share things with other people who you may not necessarily connect with in this town. The thing about the internet is it's accessible to everyone. So I try to keep
is your friend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Facebook, all those different social medias, but my website just to put out different things that I've been a part of. I'm going to be kind of keep updated, and I really want to share my poetry on there. So.
All right. Well, I thank you for coming onto the show and
thank you
talking
for
about your
having me.
art. And that's pretty much all there is for this episode of Tyheam Talks. We'll be back next season. If there's anything you would like me to talk about in future episodes, just comment in the comment section below. You don't have to be clean, but I do ask you to be respectful. And I'll see you guys next season. Bye.
Essential.